Good morning and welcome to Makeup Week. Um, Makeup Week is pretty straightforward. Just hit the module. I'm showing you right here where you would click it, right? Makeup module, second chance. And then here's a video to recap the semester so far from last year, but it's the same stuff, so you might want to watch that. But look at all this stuff we have learned so far. It's a big long list, and sometimes that's overwhelming, and it's nice to just read through here and be like, oh, I do know all that. It's actually not that overwhelming, right? So there's a little checklist here after this tip, and right, you can just make sure you've reviewed the modules up till now. You can retake some quizzes if you like. You can redo some analysis challenges if you like. Just get everything all caught up. I should say that if you're doing awesome and caught up already, great. And you can either just relax this week, or what I would recommend actually for everybody is to check out Module 8. Just work through it slowly instead of packing it into 1 week. I think it's a good one to extend over a week and a half or 2 weeks. There's just a lot of information, and I think it's more fun to take in all that information when you do it not in a rush, right? Let's see, what was I going to say? And so this announcement that's going out, I've got a couple of recommendations for you. Here it is. So get all caught up. I said that. I wanted to point out that you're building knowledge in this really cool field, and part of what keeps me excited about this topic is that just all the time in the newspaper and emails, all kinds of, on Facebook, all kinds of situations in our world come up related to the FDA, quality, regulatory compliance, and I'm just going to show you in a second a bunch of articles that came to me just in these last 2 months. This is a really cool field, I gotta say. I'm really excited to be able to teach this class to help people become aware of it and see about the job opportunities. So with no further ado, check it out. So I get this email thing from Arnold Schwarzenegger called the Pump Club, and look, why supplements aren't as safe as you might think. That's that nutritional supplement issue we've been talking about. Here's one from the advice columns in the newspaper. Dr. Blondes is a nutritionist, and he is helping people be wary of nutritional supplement claims here. What's this one? Oh, this is about patents. That one's probably a little bit interesting, but this is an interesting one. So Elon Musk, you know who that is. He's just started yet another startup, but maybe there are going to be chips in people's brains to help them do different things. And so wouldn't that be a device that would be regulated by the FDA? Oh, yes, it would. Artificial intelligence, electronics, human health, such an interesting, a bunch of things to think about in terms of a regulated industry. Mental health issues and psychedelic drugs, they are looking more and more like there are going to be some psychedelic drugs, specifically MDMA and DMT, taking steps every couple of months to become off of Schedule 1. So that's pretty interesting. We've been talking about that. What's this one? Oh, genome editing. Somebody has sent me an email about genome editing, right? Changing the DNA of organisms, totally within this. Here is a cannabis grower that different type of regulation. This wasn't so much about customer safety. These people polluted the environment, so it's another type of regulations, and ruined the water and hurt the wildlife, according to the state. Federal scientists recommend easing restrictions on marijuana. Again, that Schedule 1 delisting going on at a national level, and Health and Human Services seems to support the idea. Let's see, what's this one? The Center on Reproductive Health and the Environment. A little bit off of our regulatory topic, but also pretty much within our purview here. Dietary supplements as a source of unintentional doping. So here's a case study where people who are athletes, right, Olympic athletes or college athletes, things like that, took dietary supplements, right, and it made them perform better. Woohoo! And maybe they actually were taking drugs that are illegal in their for their type of competition, but they didn't know it because the dietary supplement didn't label itself correctly, right? Maybe it said it was all natural, herbal, this and this, but really they put a steroid in there, which of course was making the person stronger and more vigorous. So, right? So nutritional supplements is a really interesting range of effects. Here's a dispensary now. A cannabis dispensary had to pay for pesticide violations, so that does have to do with our testing safety and efficacy, like is coming up in Module 8. 50,000 might not be that much for a cannabis dispensary, but it might be a big impact on the business. But there's pesticide contamination in the products. And this is just an interesting opinion article about whether legalizing recreational cannabis helped or harmed Californians. I won't weigh in on that, but it was just, there it was in the news. And finally, this one just came over the weekend, I think. There are all these apps, apparently, that are doing like little chat bots for people. And there are some of them that are to the idea is to sort of make up for the lack of mental health therapists. And so artificial intelligence chats back to somebody having a mental health issue, saying many of the things that a therapist might say. This is kind of a medical device, isn't it? Even though it's not like a physical substance going into your body, it's supposed to be affecting your health. And so the FDA is starting to take a look at these kind of things like, is this little panda chat thing that's supposed to make you feel better something that is a medical device, and should we be regulating it? So I thought that was a really interesting area to think about. Now don't worry, I'm not putting any of these in our class, but they're the kinds of things that you could get involved in by knowing about these topics. So I thought that one was really interesting, and I was just going to finish today's little video. I know it's a little long. I got this salary report from the biotech industry just last month or last week, and there's job categories, and so regulatory is the job category this class focuses on, and a regulatory coordinator looks like the lowest paid person. This is nationwide, so in California it might be even a little higher. So that might be someone who organizes paperwork on the ground in a lab or a testing place or whatever. A specialist would be the next level up, maybe manages a couple of different workspaces or looks up stuff in the rules. Manager, senior manager, associate director, director, and executive. It's a great career path in the regulatory environment. And this is all like office work. None of this would be in the lab doing anything sciencey. It would just be helping make sure a company complies with the regulatory environment. So it's a great little career path, starting pretty good salary and goes up to a really great salary as someone advances their career to an executive director. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed my sharing of these just wide variety of topics that our class touches on. And I especially hope you have a nice week, getting all caught up, feeling relaxed, and hopefully looking ahead at Module 8, learning about the next stages of cannabis production. Talk to you soon.